be queued up. Oh, baby. Friday night, holiday season.
Oh, man.
Christmas is in the air.
I've already lost track of the days. I'm just now learning it's Friday night.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go, holiday.
Not bad, honestly. Not bad from our new guy with a little air horn. Yes.
Second behind
Yeah,
Blacko.
thanks for having me.
And Blacko, we have a great show for you lined up because Red Hawk Roofing is in the house.
Let's go.
Red
Make the
Hawk
noise.
We're going to be hearing here in a moment from Brad from Red Hawk Roofing, diehard Denver Nuggets fan, and he brought a lot of hot takes. He has he said he didn't have hot takes while he proceeded to give spicy take after spicy
Red
take.
hot roofing.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm
we'll
not
find
sure
out
about
here
that.
in a moment. We're going to put you
No,
to the test.
the chat will let you
chat
know.
will let you
Trust me.
know.
I can't wait to see what the chat says. Chat, let me know.
We're also going to do a segment on Yonkers Racing.
Perfect. I am not Harrison. Don't know if you know that. So my
he
notes on the
doesn't.
racing are pretty thin.
He probably does have the notes on the
He
races
does.
from last
He's
night.
tweeted.
Dude, if you saw this rundown for the show without the logo and you had to guess what this podcast was about, how long would it take you to get to Nuggets?
It would take you a really long time. And then, of course, we're going to make you rich beyond your wildest dreams right in time for the holidays as D-Line fills in for Super.
Oh, my
Did
God.
you reach out to Superstar Dev and ask him for a bet? You
Of course,
didn't
of course
you?
I
That's
did.
a liar, Lips. Let me
Right
introduce
now.
the panel. We got B-Rad over here.
Ah,
Brennan Vogt.
Not to be confused with Brad. What a treat to, like, look, we're all company men, right? But to be on here with a sponsor, I mean, come on, dude. What a pregame show. The juice is different.
The juice is definitely different. Then over here, D-Line Co.
I was texting my parents just now, just FYI.
Really?
As I was feverishly texting.
Did
after
your
you
dad
asked if I
respond?
asked
Christmas
Dev whether I got the lock.
That's not
I
Dev.
thought to text
You're-
my family.
Okay,
So I
that was
just
very
texted them.
smart. Not Dev at all, for sure. And then over there from Red Hawk Roofing, it is Brad.
Excited to be here. Hot takes galore, apparently.
Let's go.
I can't wait for it. We start, though, with game notes. The Nuggets are in Brooklyn to take on the Nets. I'm going to give a quick couple notes here. The Nets have lost 4 in a row. They went on that West. You know how teams are hot from the East, and once or twice a year they have to go to the West. 5-game road trip to the West, and they go 1-4. Get their butts kicked by everybody. Then they get home and lose to the Knicks, so it's kind of continued this little slide that they're on. What do you got for us?
Yeah. Well, listen, thanks for helping out. I'm ready to do the heavy lifting, okay?
what do you
all
got?
the Nuggets are available. There you go.
That's
There's
it?
Kapoor Jr., Aaron Gordon, who is available to play tonight, and Nikola Jokic as the Nuggets take on the Nets. Adam just mentioned a little bit about their background. Obviously, the Nuggets played them recently. Went very well. There wasn't KCP in that game, but the Nets shot poorly. The Nets don't get a lot of free throws, and they don't turn the other team over a lot. This is a pretty good matchup for Denver, not just talent, but obviously Denver is a team that rarely has any free throw advantages, but also doesn't turn it over much themselves. So with everyone healthy, Denver's in a good spot heading into tonight.
I feel like D-Line, this is the team that is the best that sucks against the Nuggets. Knock on wood. But I feel like this is the best, or
Right.
the
I
best
see what you're
team
saying.
that Denver's just like
They
won by
fully
30
dispense
last
them.
time.
Yeah, dispense of them. Are they the good? I think
It's hard to know.
I think they're good, but I also can't ignore that they keep losing, which makes me think they're not that good. But I'm a big, as are I think all of us. Like I'm a big Mikal Bridges fan. Which did you know that in PHLY Devon Givens is his cousin?
I did know that. I don't know if that was public information, but I did know
Yeah, it
it.
is. Okay. Yeah, it's public
Yeah,
information.
they're cousins. How wild is that?
Yeah. I think he's a great. Like I'm a big fan of him as a player.
Yeah.
You're bigger on Cam Johnson than I am, but all the same, like they
I mean, I
seem
like
like
Mikal Bridges better. Don't
they
make
seem
me
like
feel-
a bit, but they just seem like on paper like that's a good squad. But you might be right. Like
Yeah.
the Nuggets never seem to struggle with them at all.
But the Nuggets are kind of coming in, rounding into form. That Oklahoma City game aside, they are starting to get their footing together. And I was thinking about this, Brad, as I was coming into the building today. I, for a while there, in that middle part of the season so far, was not totally excited for Nuggets games. As I was walking in today, I was kind of like, dude, I am pumped for this game tonight. I think that I'm back to like believing in the Nuggets. I feel like they're back. So now I'm excited. Do you feel the same way?
I completely agree. And when I listen to every show. I watch some on YouTube and I listen to them all on Spotify. Really getting Jamal Murray back. I mean, that has been so big, and I fully expect tonight Jokic to go off.
Dude, yeah.
He
'Cause
will
they're so tiny.
abuse. Yeah, they cannot guard him. I expect him to go off. I'm thoroughly pumped. I'll be here all night watching the game.
Dude,
so.
Jamal Murray, biggest factor. We're BJ, dude.
We are BJ.
Oh, no, we're AJ.
We're
AJ.
AJ. We're AJ.
We're after
we were
Jokic.
BJ.
After Jokic.
We were BJ, which sucks.
After
Right.
We hate BJ.
We hate
Nobody
BJ.
likes BJ. AJ, after Jokic, that's
Way
when everything
better.
falls into place. It does this every goddamn year. Every time that Jokic goes to this Yonkers raceway, he's born anew.
Feeling it.
That last game, fellas, you saw flashes of, it wasn't an A grade for every Nugget, but first half, first stint, bench looks great.
Yeah.
Jokic looks awesome. Jamal was a little loose, but the two-man to close it looked better. Mike played poorly, but he hits that big shot. KCP with the clutch defense. AG doing AG things. So Jamal being back, everything falls into place. But KCP and Aaron too, man. You made the point on that last lounge. You really can't be the Nuggets without Mr. Nugget. You need
Yeah.
AG. And it goes for KCP too, man. This is a big five. As much as we like to talk about the stars, it's a big five. And you can feel like they're close to turning a corner. Sure hope so.
And as we've been talking about both in the round table and even on the show, Peyton Watson right now just feels like every night is something new. Like we feel like we're discovering who he is every single night. And so nights like tonight, I feel like who knows what we get from Peyton Watson? Could be something good. Where are you? Like these rookies, Peyton Watson, Julian Strother, we can even throw Zeke Naji and Christian Brown, the young guys. Who's your favorite amongst that group? And what have you enjoyed them as much as we have?
Oh, the Booth Boys. Yeah, I mean, those are my guys.
He really
man.
does watch, yeah.
I've always been rooting for Zeke. I grew up here in Colorado.
Thank you for this.
And I grew up like an Arizona fan because we had just had CBS at my house. We didn't have like full cable, and Arizona was always on. So I always kind of rooted for Arizona guys. So seeing Zeke kind of come around a little bit, improve that shot, I really like it. But he's probably my favorite out of all of them.
So before we went live, you were talking about remembering getting Lincoln Logs as a gift. And then also you said you only had CBS. So are you like 70 years old? That's like stories my grandpa used to tell me.
Dude, it's wild, man. I remember, I'm not that old. I'm 38. And I remember watching like black and white TV straight up with like the foil on the antennas.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, that whole deal. So yeah, no, we didn't have cable. I think we got cable when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old.
This is true, man. We didn't get. I was even later than that, but I do remember the concept of cable arriving, and then the kid that got cable, and you're kind of like, oh, he's got
kid.
cable, he's got Nickelodeon. This is
like
incredible.
Nintendo boy. Yeah, you got a Nintendo. You were cat's PJs.
But I am looking forward to just again Peyton Watson today. Another opportunity for him to go out and do something special. On the net side, they do have my guy Cam Thomas. The number one, Cam Thomas is my number one player I would not want on my team at all.
I know.
And is not in any way, shape, or form my type. I have a type of player. He's the opposite, but I love him. This guy is a psycho.
Dude, he is like the alpha hooper. He's the giga hooper. He's like the ultimate. Like if you like a hoop, Tim Connolly loves Cam Thomas. I'm sure of it.
Tim Connolly definitely loves him.
I'm positive. Like he'll do everything in his power to get him on Minnesota.
Yeah,
Like,
Tim's like, did you guys see that shot where his back was facing the basket?
That was nice.
That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice.
yeah,
And I'd be like, which one?
Yeah,
There's
yeah, which
7
he
of
rates
those.
so high on the that point nice scale.
I'll bet you he leads, other than big men who just rebound their own misses, I'll bet he leads the NBA in shots per one possession. Because I'll see games where he like bricks a shot, somebody
100%.
rebounds it, he goes and gets it, bricks another one.
Yeah, dude.
Somebody rebounds it, he goes, gets it again, and bricks another one. Like he'll take 3-4 shots on one possession if he gets a chance. But that being said, the Nets shot 27%, as you mentioned, in the last week's game against Brooklyn. They are the third best three-point shooting team in the NBA by field goal percentage and fifth by volume. So they are a team that relies heavily on the three-point shot, and if Denver allows them to get loose tonight, that's going to be the story. Let's move on now to subject 2, which is Red Hawk Roofing.
Let's go.
Play the sound, Kale. There it is.
Dude, when is this not going to be the second topic on our show? Every week.
Wait, is that
Every game.
Hold on a second. Was that your Red Hawk noise?
Yeah.
That was a little more of a crow, I would say, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Bro, Adam, are you?
You guys are the experts
you-
at the noise.
How are we the?
Let me ask
It's such an Adam to have an opinion
To correct-
to think that the guy's hawk noise
gotta have a good hawk
actually
noise.
sounds too much like another bird is the most Adam opinion.
It's also like, but it Red Hawk. It doesn't mean it's the red. It's their Red Hawk.
That's
it
true.
sounds as
That's
it
true.
sounds. It's
We found out. Cue up a crow noise. We found out what the Red Hawk sounds like. It's actually more of a crow. But let me ask my first most important question. Have you ever listened to this show on top of a roof?
No.
That is disappointing.
What about
I'm not
what
gonna
about
lie.
what about
I
on
gotta
the,
be honest.
what about on the
That's what I
back
like
of a
about
Red
you.
Hawk?
The back of her.
No.
No.
All right.
You know what? This is like, honestly, to give a little endorsement here, this is how you know these guys are legit. That would have been the easiest lie ever.
I know.
That would have been
You
such
never
an
would've
easy
known.
lie. But we would have never known. But
Josh
my man is
Kroenke would have
honest.
said yes so fast.
He totally would.
Just kidding, Josh.
He came on your show.
Yeah.
But we have to kind of, to break you in here, we have to learn a little bit about you because you're a real Nuggets fan. This isn't like
I love this.
you just kind of listened one time and you're like, let's advertise here. You were like, no, you're a Nuggets guy.
Yep.
Tell me, so about this team specifically, who's your favorite? Who are the guys that you really kind of pull for?
Well, I mean, outside of the obvious Jokic, KCP is my favorite player on the entire team.
Love that.
Dude, these are
You know,
some takes.
Growing up playing, it was like 3-and-D for me. I mean, it wasn't, I'm not a tall guy, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm not like super fleet of foot. So
Yeah.
it was try to, get a couple steals and try to get a 3-up. So
I feel like you should be a Pickett guy. Not too tall, not too fast.
yeah, I like his game a lot. I like his
yeah.
game a lot. But on,
Maybe limit to the guys that are like on.
he's
the
my
team.
favorite. I grew up. Jalen Rose was the first player that I really remember.
Really?
Like enjoying,
Right.
and that was my first Nuggets jersey I ever got. My parents weren't into the Nuggets; they were into Broncos.
Right,
it's
right.
religion here.
Sounds like they're from Denver. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Jalen Rose was my first. That's what got me into the Nuggets, and then I used to watch him on UPN, the old channel
Yep,
UPN.
20.
And, yep, watch him on there, and yeah. So KCP is my favorite right now.
You and
though.
Jeff Morton would be good friends.
We talking about me, Jeff, and Brad are gonna build Lincoln Logs and watch the Nuggets on
You guys
UPN.
know
the
I
wax
played-
juice things.
I
yeah.
played with Lincoln Logs, by the way, when I was a
That
kid.
is wild,
I got that as a
man.
Christmas gift.
I didn't
Now-
realize that.
I was young when we started this gig together.
That's true.
Not
That was
really.
a top
Lincoln
tier
Logs,
gift.
just so everyone knows at home, Lincoln Logs still exist.
Do they really?
Do they?
Things that
I
are-
don't think I've seen a
things
Lincoln
that also
Log.
exist.
It's been at
blocks,
least
things
20
that are
years
made
since I've
of
seen
wood and
I don't know if
metal.
they're like flying off the shelves this holiday season.
I mean, they exist.
I don't know, man. They've evolved. My kids, I just have raised kids, and they didn't do Lincoln
Just
Logs.
because you
Congrats, by the
just
way.
because
Legos?
you grafted your terrible values onto them doesn't mean Lincoln Logs don't exist.
So what about winning the title last year? So I always ask this of lifelong Nuggets fans. It felt like it was never going to happen. They do it last year. What was that experience like for you?
I still don't know what it feels like.
I know.
Like I'm being for real.
I agree.
Like
Completely agree.
I've been a season ticket holder my entire adult life.
Wow.
And I went to the games in LA and I went to the games in Miami. And,
Did you really?
Yeah. Yep. My wife and I, my buddy Taylor Wells and I went to the game 4 in LA. We didn't go to game 3, but then we went to game.
Oh, that's sweet though. That
we
you
went
were
to
there
game
for
four
game 4
in Miami. We were hoping for a sweep. My wife and I and our friend Mike Martinez. Shout out Mike Martinez.
Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike.
Gymnastics in Littleton, and his wife. And then we came back and got the win here.
Yeah.
And I cried at the game.
Yeah.
My wife got a video of me ugly crying.
We gotta get that. We gotta get
Not
that
even
video.
just little one tear.
Dude, I was screaming. And
We gotta get that video for your next
holy
ad.
not
moly.
everywhere.
It's not good. And it still doesn't feel real to me because I never thought it would happen. I
Right.
never thought the NBA, they're never going to let the Nuggets win a ring.
Right.
And they
They
did.
still haven't let them win.
No.
That's true.
They certainly
stole
didn't
it.
want them to. Yeah.
And I say we because I'm invested.
You never
And
have to apologize
so-
for saying we
can
on
say
this
agree.
podcast.
I
You can
agree.
say
You know what? Fuck you if you got a problem with it.
There we go.
Vote.
No,
But
he's
yeah.
talking to potential clients. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want your business. If you got a problem
If you
with
get
that,
upset about me calling the Nuggets we,
see ya.
get out of here. Go
Hit
find
up, hit
another
up that
roofing.
Black Crow roofing.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a
You
bad
gotta tell
joke.
me,
Don't-
man,
don't
what
laugh
was
at that.
what was Game 4 in LA like? I can't
You
believe
know
you got
what?
to be at that.
It was kind of wild. We anticipated like being booed and
Yeah.
getting disrespected. First, the thing that I found most interesting because I had never been to that arena, we sat in like the first the lower bowl and it's underground. Like you
What?
walk in at street level and if you're sitting in the first
Oh,
bowl,
right.
you go like down
yeah.
underground.
It's subterranean?
It's wild, but. We were surrounded by Lakers fans, and they were all super respectful.
Really?
And they
What?
like
Well,
They've
when you're
been
down,
humble.
when you're
They're
down
down
3-0, it's like
It's
hard
true,
to.
but
actually.
they were all like, they were just basically complimenting us on traveling and like coming to see the Nuggets in another city, and it was different. I expected a full on
Like how
onslaught.
they tried to give us props, and on this show we're just like, nah, forget about it. It's just because they were losing so
Dude,
bad.
those are just the subterranean fans. The ones up top, those ones would have not been so.
Dickheads.
Yeah, dude, you said it, not me,
Yeah,
but I agree.
I can say it.
That game was also like just such an all-timer because the Nuggets obviously down 15 at half, and then the moment they started coming back in the second half, I was just like, "Oh, it's gonna happen."
You could feel
and
it.
that's why it was so amazing. So that's awesome. You got to go to that and to
amazing.
Miami and Game 5, man. You went to all these classics.
Yeah.
I can relate so much.
I've
with
been waiting my whole life.
I can relate so much with what you're saying, though. Like, I keep feeling like it's supposed to feel different someday. Like it's supposed, you're supposed to, going to the arena, seeing the banner. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right?
But
I agree.
it's like I don't feel
I
it
don't
the
feel
same.
it. I agree.
I'll be honest, man. When I was there the other, because I'm with you, it kind of goes to waves. But when I was there the other day, and like looked up and see the banner, it was one of those where I was like, oh yeah, you know, I was like, that's cool.
Is
that's
it
cool.
different
It's
for
still there.
you guys when you go in there because you have media access? Is it different when you're there, nothing going on, and it's just like the silence of the arena, and you're kind of peering up at the band? Is it different?
I'd say it's better with the crowd.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I'd
And
say
also just more. I feel like there's more intensity to the fan base now.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
true. That's a great point.
there's just a weird growing into yourselves as a fan base. After
exactly
you win
what
the
it is.
title.
Yeah, I agree.
And just kind of being there and seeing it and feeling it's very fun. Like everyone, while I relate to what you guys are saying, everyone kind of walks a little bit differently in that arena. You know,
Totally.
a little more
Oh, yeah.
straight, a
Smuggets,
little
baby.
more swagger. Yeah.
Well, also when you have championship gear,
Right.
you know, it's just different from
That's
having
so
just
true.
regular cheer. It's like, oh no, this is my Nuggets championship shirt. You know, it's
Yep,
it's a
I
little
agree.
bit different. Guys, I don't know if you were checking the news last night.
No.
But the Nuggets are in New York City,
Okay.
and to celebrate, you guys know the Big Apple. There's a lot of
Sure.
good clubs, a lot of good bars.
We all know that Big Apple.
Michelin,
Yeah, dude.
you know,
Michelin,
restaurants like you
and,
get.
You're
and
crushing
tire
it.
stores. Also.
You get all those types of things you can do in New York. You can walk around
Broadway?
yeah, dude.
but not Nikola Jokic.
No.
He's not interested in any of that. When he goes to New York City, he goes straight to Yonkers. Look at this. Look where
Look at
is
that
this horse
outfit.
track?
He's
Look at this
watching the
outfit.
Trotters.
It's in Yonkers.
Watching the Trotters.
It is in Yonkers. Thank you for that. By himself, by the way. Like usually, you can
Unbelievable.
see like a coach or this that. Presumably, he drove himself or Ubered himself to this
probably rode a
empty
horse there.
Yonkers arena, rode a horse, and then took pictures with all the guys. One thing you can never question about Yoke, his horse thing, it's not a bit.
No.
You know, this guy genuinely.
Look at that picture. Look how happy Jokic is to hug this man.
He's champing at the bit.
Yoke is like the rare example of the 7-foot super athlete that wishes he was 4'11".
I know.
He rues the day he grew
He
too big
literally
around.
looks at Tim Tetrick with eyes with green eyes.
I wish
like,
I had your
If you
body,
want to
man.
switch, Yoke, if you'd like to switch, I'm into like trying to work that out.
Yeah,
somehow.
dude.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm a tiny king too.
My
Tiny
God.
Kings over
My
here.
God. I would like to
Are
try
you,
out
you guys
7
are gonna
feet
like
just
fight
for a
or
day.
something, are you?
No, we're gonna band together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I love this idea that all the players, they circle the New York games on their calendar because they're like, hell yeah, we're going to New York. And Yoke's like, oh yeah, perfect, some trotters. Let me look at
Yonkers.
the ponies. What's going on that night? Big time races. I love that. So I thought I would ask, what city do you think you would be especially excited to go to if you were an NBA player? Not for the big main reasons, but maybe for a little bit of a side reason. Warm us up here.
Good question. Easily Boston. As a student of American history, how could I not?
Is that
Great
what it is?
culture. The people are awesome.
Yeah.
You know, the basketball culture there is unbelievable. So to just go, to soak it all
Uh-huh.
in, and to just feel the warmth of those people.
You're the worst
It
part.
is a cold city, but the warmth of the
The
people is
warmth
what
of the people.
makes it
right.
all worth
People
it, yeah.
think they're angry there, but let me tell you, nicest people you've ever met. Can't wait to get back.
You know what the worst part is that my answer is also Boston,
Oh,
but in
no!
like not in a snide way. Like I actually really enjoy it there.
it's kind of a cool city.
It's a great. I lived there.
So you would be excited because it's it's a winter sport.
Listen, man,
so-
I went. The craziest thing. We spent some time in Boston this last however long ago. That city is on fire. It is It is so overdeveloped. Like it. There's nowhere else in this country that is on like just rocket ship upwards like Boston is.
Really?
They have a whole new part of the city that's been, dude. It's the craziest thing. There's so much.
Is that cool or?
It's weird. It's really
Okay.
weird. Like I lived there. When I lived there, it was like the Departed, where it was like all downtrodden, like what Bevo remembers, where everyone's just mean and like just beat up because they live in the Northeast. But
My
now it's like thriving.
What movie do you think best captures Boston? Because I always think
Town.
Good Will Hunting. You think
Good
it's The
Will
Town?
I'm telling
yeah.
you, none of them anymore. It's like a whole
It's
thing.
like completely different now.
I'm telling you, it's the wildest thing. And I realize it comes from all of the farmers there.
All the what?
All the farmers there.
Oh. That's,
They made a lot of money.
yeah, they made a lot of sense. It's a classy city
Yeah.
now.
Telling
Whose
you.
car we taking?
Upper crust.
Yes.
Upper crust. All right, Brad, what about you? What city are you pumped to go to?
I'd be pumped to go to Phoenix. I'm a big golfer.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Brad, I was loving you, man.
Yeah.
Until, well, you know
Hey
what?
man, that's how we
There's a
got
lot of
connected here.
There's a lot of
Was
hot
through
button
the golf
cities for
tournament.
B-vote in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Really?
golfer. Yep. Spencer.
Are you good?
I just play golf.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Such a
Great
perfect way to
answer.
say it.
I just play golf.
I just play, man.
I love to play,
gonna
and
start
so
saying that one.
if I was an NBA player, traveling all over the country, it's cold most of the places.
Right.
It's not super cold there, and it's their peak season right now.
So
Is it really? It's
Yep.
peak season for
Yep.
golf?
Just started like 2 weeks ago.
It's
You might
really
even
nice
be able
there.
to get in the game at this point, too.
So, yeah.
It's true.
Do you know DeAndre Jordan is the player? Every time they go to a warm city, golf clubs are on the
No
plate.
way, really?
So DeAndre Jordan, big golf. You can imagine how
Really?
big those golf clubs are.
Good
They
Lord.
gotta be so incredibly.
I kept tweeting at or Xing at whatever you want to
Posting
say
it.
now at
Posting
Bruce,
it.
at Brucey B, trying to get him to come play golf with me, but
He
it
wouldn't
And you're
Yeah.
telling, me,
never happened.
you're telling me that didn't work? Just
Yeah.
tweeting at an NBA player
Honestly,
to hang out with
for
you?
the-
Not in
Bruce.
like a stalker way, but just like
Well, like,
every
not-
day,
but also not-
every
not in a
couple
stalker way.
hours.
Yeah, he responds better to suggestive posters.
Yeah.
So if you were
I
able
should
to-
have done that.
Yeah, if
you know
you
what?
can-
If I would have catfished him, I bet
That's
he
what
would
I
have
was
played
gonna
That's
say.
golf.
what
You
I
should
was
have
getting
chat
at.
GPT
Yeah.
like hot
Man,
girl.
gosh,
Like,
damn it.
Missed opportunity, Brad.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
He definitely would have gone for that. I did the assignment correctly.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the three of you made weird ones. You guys actually like these for the reasons you said. Mine, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, because they stay at that haunted hotel.
It's
At
a
least they
classic
used
Adam
to.
moment.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
that
They
haunted
used
hotel.
to. I want to stay in that hotel. Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Is it called the Skirvin or something like
is
that?
Adam is a fake NBA player, lives his life as a 7-year-old. Yeah. He's like, oh, I want to go. First of all, I
You
want to
know
go.
about that haunted house in Oklahoma?
To stay at the haunted house, the haunted hotel would be so fun.
Yeah, man.
To figure out if there's
now
really
that you,
something
I mean,
going
now
on.
that you say it, we're all regretful. For
Now
our-
you're regretful that,
Jason's
that I
Deli
had
of
the right
cities.
one. Oh man, Jason's Deli. I think that they have a Jason's Deli out there. You know what they have? Taco Bueno.
Oh yeah, that is all right.
I kind of
now
like
you're
that.
talking.
It's like lower than
now
Taco
you're
Bell
talking.
somehow. It's
I
below
got a
it.
good burger in OKC once.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I got.
That's all you got.
That's what I got.
You
It
know
was
another
good.
another
was
good
good.
fast food joint in like Carolina. They have Bojangles. You ever have Bojangles?
yeah. Bojangles.
I like Bojangles.
Bojangles
man.
is good.
Cheddar
What if
Bo-
you-
Checkers is
Checkers.
good.
Do they have any haunted locations?
Did they have what?
Any haunted locations?
Probably.
No, that's
Must be
just
bad.
straight cheddar biscuits you get there. Brad, you ever like to throw a little money on the games?
Yeah, I do.
How responsible are you when you do it?
Well, there you go.
Very irresponsible.
Well,
I
let's
like-
get irresponsible together tonight
do it.
because
Or
we
responsible.
are responsible.
Or responsible.
We are going to listen to D-Line to advise us. He did
that part. That part irresponsible.
Very
back to
irresponsible.
However, I've got the back.
Bet365 never ordinary app.
I've got
Open
the
it up.
backing of Superstar Dev tonight.
Let's hear it.
I know I said I didn't text him, but I did earlier, not just
Okay.
not just now on the show.
Thank God.
Superstar Dev. Well, let's get into it a little bit.
You
What-
do it exactly like Dev does it.
Oh, okay. So we got tonight. The Denver Nuggets are 4.5-point favorites
On the road
On the
favorites?
road.
On the road.
That is definitely the Yonkers horse bump that we're enjoying in Brooklyn. Nikola Jokic is going to be in good
We should
spirits.
have looked how Jokic played. I'm going to look it up while you're
Dude,
doing
I'm
this.
telling you, he literally always plays well after he visits that
Did you
place.
see the
All right.
smiles in those photos, man?
He
Those
was
smiles
pretty
don't-
chipper.
Listen, and as Adam astutely and always will point out when the solstice happens during the
Bro.
year, we are now ascending. We are
It's
no
so
longer
true.
getting
It's a great
our days are
take,
no
dude.
longer
Great
shorter.
take.
They are getting lighter. We're about to enter the festival of light. The seasonal affected depression that has gripped us all. The malaise is lifting, and so we're going into hyper mode. The Nuggets can taste repeat, and we're going to benefit from it. So, I mean, I'm going to take the Nuggets at minus 4.5. I feel like that's a good bet.
All right.
I'm going to definitely bet Jokic points. How are you not going to bet Jokic points after he got like the air of horse? He got to smell the horses.
Yeah, it's true.
Touch the horses.
Yeah.
It's like being reunited. Well, remember when Klay Thompson was reunited with the sea?
I do.
Right.
And he was like born anew and was suddenly. Then we got Game 6 Klay.
Was that
Yes.
the order of things? I don't remember, but it sounds
Yes,
too good
it
to
was.
check out.
It is. It's
Good
true.
story. Yeah.
Is
It
that
was a good
before or
story. It's a
after
great
4
story.
ring Clay?
I don't know, but Jokic touching one horse equals take his points over.
Okay, all right. Taking it.
On the other side, I actually don't know any of these. I'd probably just take Cam Thomas over points.
I love that you give us a player. Should we bet on Cam Thomas
I
tonight?
mean, I
He
don't-
is my
What-
guy.
what is his
23 and a
line?
half points is a lot.
We should take the
20
under.
Three and a half.
That's a lot of points.
We should take the
I can't
under.
believe we're. I mean, you know what? I'm going to do
23
it just because I love this.
You know,
goofy
actually,
dude.
what I would bet on is I would probably bet Mikal Bridges threes and Cam Thomas threes.
What is
it sounds
Mikal
like
Bridges threes?
It sounds like they're in a bit of a. They've
need
been
to
in a
make
bit
some
of a
threes
slump, and
tonight,
they're
yeah.
This was a great defensive showing for Denver last time. Yoke got credit for playing up in the pick and roll,
Right.
And they and Justin and Jamal were in the passing lanes. A lot of what they had left were these awkward Cam Thomas looks at the rim. Like he's gonna get them up, but they didn't look like good looks last
So
time.
Both
Cam-
of them 2.5.
Yeah. Although Mikal Bridges plus money and Cam Thomas minus money, but I
Interesting.
think
I'm
I
not
might
touching that.
Yeah,
that over.
I would take
probably
one of those, but I actually not taking either of those because that's bad juju in my opinion.
Good point.
The lock that I personally came
We're
up
already
with.
at locks.
Well, I've been
All
talking
right.
for 10 minutes.
Let me hear it.
Keep going, Eric. Don't let him.
I know, dude. How are
Don't
you
let
bullying
him.
me?
Don't let
during
him
this
throw you
segment,
off,
dude?
Eric.
Don't
Credit
do
it.
it.
The lock straight from the fingertips of Dev Johnson, superstar Dev. Jamal Murray points over 20 and a half.
That's so low. Doesn't this feel like a trap?
What? Yeah.
It just feels like
20?
it just feels like Bet365 isn't as plugged in to the ways of the Nuggets as we are.
I love this bet, man. I
love it too.
love this bet. I feel like he goes off tonight.
You, Dev, and me all agree in this. And you can, if you have,
I love
if you
that
share
bet.
this premonition, you can make money off of it. Brad, what do you think? Do you have any? What are you
smokes.
feeling about the game, just in a general sense?
Well, I feel, but especially after hearing that, I feel like, yeah, definitely Jamal points over and Cam Thomas points under. 23 and a half is a crap
That is a lot.
load.
He shoots, though, about 50 times a game.
He
though.
will
That's
shoot.
the one
That's
thing.
true. Yeah, you have to take into account.
Yeah, I'm like blown away right now
Yeah.
at hearing those.
Yoke triple-double. Plus 145. They don't think he's getting a triple-double tonight.
Who's his main rebounding?
Well, there's a chance.
Dude, he's going to rebound.
Claxton.
They have Claxton.
Oh,
man.
yep.
They play Dorian Finney-Smith at
Yep,
sometimes.
yep,
Like, they're
yep, yep.
tiny. I
Yeah.
think it's really more assists if they think they're just
Yeah,
going to make him a
that's
score.
probably the
But
concern there.
yeah, I think the
But
Nugs
still,
are
it's
rolling,
Yoke.
man. I think the Nugs are rolling right now. I think they're sneaky in a great groove.
One to
are.
consider that I like tonight: points, rebounds, and assists combo for Aaron Gordon. It's 22 and a half.
They are
Oh,
small.
That is, yeah, dude.
Wow.
That
I like the
feels
way
good.
Aaron's been playing lately.
That's a good
You know what?
one.
I'll sprinkle a little there.
Aaron's been on a tear.
Is nobody's going to do it?
Christian Brown threes.
Christian Brown 3, 0.5 plus
Peyton
100.
Watson block. What?
Christian Brown 3, is that your bet? Christian Brown 3s? 0.5? I'll take it.
Is that the one that you can't believe none of us took?
Well, I was going to say Michael Porter 2.5. I just love betting MPJ
That's
3s.
the,
a
that's
trap.
the one that's been hanging out
It's
over.
plus 105, you guys. It's plus money tonight. He's been hitting. I think he
I'm a
makes
little
them
nervous
tonight.
about the tweaked ankle. I'm not gonna lie.
Peyton Watson 0.53s also. He has 4 games in a row with the
Dude,
three.
how many blocks for Swatson?
Oh man, let's get into that's a fun one actually. Steals and blocks. Remember I was supposed to take it last time and I did not.
They don't have odds.
They don't have odds for him? They
The-
Oh yeah, they do. It's 1.5 steals plus blocks for Peyton Watson. You know
Well,
what?
that's
He's getting it. This is a
steals plus
small
blocks.
team.
Okay,
This
steals.
is a small team. I'm taking it.
I like that bet.
I got a handful of bets on this one here tonight. And then the other one I would like, I kind of feel like the Nuggets come out strong. I feel like this is a first quarter Nuggets win. Let me look at the line for first quarter. We've got Nuggets to win minus 125. I kind of like that. I feel like the Nuggets come out good in the first quarter. Let me see if they have. I don't see a line. I'm just going to take Nuggets to win it at minus 125. I think they win this one pretty easy. Starters have been hot, and I'm telling you, that bench is pretty hot right out of the gate. Last time they played, DeAndre Jordan played a little, Zeke played a little. I think this is a Zeke night. I think they just go to him and try to ride that, and I'm excited for it. All right, guys, that is Brad from Red Hawk Roofing. Now you know, we've been telling you, these guys are homies.
Yeah,
they watch the show, they like the Nuggets, now you get to see them. Brad, thanks for doing this, man.
Hey guys, appreciate you having me on. It's been a blast.
You held your own. KCP, that was such a good answer, man. We love it.
It's like a deep cut.
It was a deep cut, man, a real one.
Yeah, a real homie answer.
All right, we're going to go watch the game at the bar now, you guys. But hit that like button, and we'll see you on the other side.
Let's go.